Hello guys, Absolute Doors here coming at you with another One Piece video, and this is round 3 from my locals, Purple Luffy versus Law. Let's see what's going to happen. So we go ahead and, well, we're going second, so we go ahead and get passed straight to after his turn 1 done. We play a Dadan, looking at top 5, adding a Nami, and then we pass it back to him. Purple Luffy's turn, he's on 3 Don. What's he going to do? He's going to use that leader ability, and he is taking life to go up to 4. We go ahead and counter just so we can't get a Purple Lord taking 2 cards out of our hand. And then he's going to go ahead and play ulti into page 1 by negging that 1 Dom. We swing 5 into the life. He does go ahead and take that 5k swing, which is kind of interesting seeing as Purple Luffy normally wants to keep their life. Then we go ahead and play a 4-cost Brook, which is going to go ahead and play a Nami, which adds a Zoro. Okay. Would have rather played that off the Brook, but hey, if you get it off the Nami, you get it off the Nami. So he's going to go ahead and play a Queen now, getting rid of a Don, putting him onto 4 again, and trashes a Kaido. Alright. So he's got ulti page 1, he's going to swing the 5 with his lead, swing 5 with ulti which we counter, and then we're going to take the page 1 as well. Okay, so we took 2 life that turn, not great for us, but it's fine. We go ahead and play a Bonnie, going ahead and resting 2 Don to go ahead and use his ability as well. And then we get the blocker law from it, which is very nice. We always want to see that blocker law. Okay, so we're going to swing 5 into life. Is he going to block it? Could be trying to bait the Queen. We'll see. He does go ahead and block with the Queen though. Okay, and that was probably more likely into the ulti now that I think about it. And then we swing 5 into the ulti as well, which he does go ahead and counter. We rest 1 to go ahead and boost the Nami with a Makino. Okay, that's not bad. We go ahead and swing 5 again into the ulti most likely, which he counters with a Queen. And then we're going to go ahead and shambles, bring out the Law, returning the Bonnie and the Makino to play as Zoro. Alrighty. And then we're probably going to end up swinging that Zoro into the ulti again. And we do go ahead and swing into that ulti, which counters with a Khalifa. Keeping that ulti alive is very important to him, for what it seems. Like, right now, we just want to kind of decrease his board to keep ourselves alive. So let's see what he's going to do, though. Because he does have the Queen, the ulti, and the page 1 still. So he has a big board to just kind of, like, destroy mine. But he's going to use leader ability, taking another life to go ahead and get up to, I think that's 7 Don. So potentially going for a 7-drop kid play? Could also be going for bigger swings, but he's going to rest 5, playing a poorly, resting 2. Okay, so he's going to go for a poorly play. What's he going to get rid of, though? Gets rid of the Brook. Interesting. I would have probably gotten rid of the Zoro myself, just because of the Zoro's the thing that we can go ahead and shambles in with the blocker law. But interesting choice. So he's going to swing 5 into the Nami, let the Nami die. No reason to keep it. And then, is he going to go ahead and swing big with that Luffy, potentially? He's going to go ahead and swing 6 into lead with the Luffy? At least I believe that's what's happening. Are we going to go ahead and take it? We do choose to take that one. He swings 6 with the page 1. We go ahead and counter that. And then will he swing with the Queen? He does not swing with the Queen. Okay, so he wants to keep that blocker up just to keep some of his life, which is smart. Alright, so we've got the Zoro on board. We've got the Law on board. And we've got Dadan, so we've got some swings. And we're going to play Otama, decreasing the Queen, meaning so we can just swing 5s into his life here. Not needing to waste a Don to swing 6s. Okay. So it looks like we're just doing a bit of maths before we go ahead and start playing. And what we gonna play though? Are we gonna play that Bonnie again? I think it would be smart, just because then we could potentially get to another blocker law, potentially a restand law, clear the board up a bit. And it looks like we are just doing some maths, making sure that we use the right number of Dom. So we're going to swing 5 into lead. And he counters with a blocker law. Okay. Alright, so he countered with the blocker law. What next? What next? So we're going to swing 7? 7 into life, probably? Or is it into the ulti? Into the ulti! Okay, so we finally get rid of the ulti now. Good, we're trying to get rid of that. And then we play a blocker chopper. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Then we're going to swing 5 again into lead, probably. Yep, and he does go ahead and choose to take this. Then we're going to shambles, play the blocker law, adding back the Zoro. And what we're going to play? We're going to play the Zoro again, swing another 5, which he does go ahead and counter with that blocker Eustace Kid. Alright, so We currently have a very decent setup though. We've got 3 blockers on the board, where he has 1, which is currently a 4K blocker, but he does have a good kind of stable board right now himself. Like, he's got the page 1, he's got the poly, he's got the ability to do some very nice swings, I think. So it looks like I'm just thinking if I want to maybe swing with my blocker lore. Because if we swing with the blocker lore, we could potentially take this last life or his blocker, but he could also just counter it. And it looks like he has maybe 3 cards in hand. So taking this last life wouldn't be a bad thing. Plus, if he does drop something like the 9-drop Kaido, then we can go ahead and just try to protect our things. And also by taking that last life, which is nice. But we're not going to go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead and pass, keeping that blocker lore standing to be able to protect us. And he did play the 9-cost Kaido there. Getting rid of 5 Don, killing the lore that would have swung out of spite, and is probably going to go ahead and do some pretty big swings into life now because of he needs to kind of deal with my life a bit, right? So he's going 6. Would that be into life though? Because he's going to go probably 6, 6, 6, and then go 9 into maybe a character. So we go ahead and counter the 6 with an Otama. He swings 6 again. We counter with the Otama again. And then we block with a 1-cost counter. And then he's going to try and swing into lore, which we block with the chopper. Alright, not bad on our end. So we restand everything. Drop a turn. 10 Don. Now he does have 4 cards in hand. So 4 cards in hand, 2 life to get through. Can we do it this turn? Could we get through all of his life? So we rest 1, play Bonnie, and then rest another 1 to use the ability. Alright. And we go ahead and get a blocker lore, which is nice, but it doesn't really help us fully here. And then he's just reading the blocker lore. Just, you know, see what it does. He's playing purple Luffy, could be new to the game. And we're going to go and rest 1 more to play a blocker chopper. We're going to swing 5 into life. Most likely trying to get him to use that blocker. So then we can go for bigger swings with like the Zoro and the lore. Counters for 2k. 3 cards left in hand. Okay. So we're going to swing 5 from the looks of it. No, we're going to swing 6. Okay, so we want to make sure that it does take something from him. He goes ahead and 2k counters. We swing 6 again, which does hit. And then we're going to shambles, which is going to return the Zoro. Playing the Zoro, returning the Bonnie to play the Zoro again. And then we swing 6 one more time, which he counters with the Queen. Well, blocks with the Queen and counters with another Eustace Kid blocker. Okay, so I think I remember this part of the game. This part of the game I was actually just debating to myself, is he good enough to have a 2k counter? Because he would need to have 1 2k to survive this turn, and he could probably just run me over next turn if I do swing with one of these blockers. So I believe I was just doing some maths at this point to, you know, think what's the safest possible route. Do we go for game now, which could potentially make us lose, or do we pass, which yes, we could still potentially lose, but gives us a very higher rate of survival. So I think that's what the play was. We were just trying to think if we swing or not. So we'll see what I actually went with in the end. Like, YOLO it. You can either YOLO it, or you can pass and survive with 3 blockers. Like, he needs to keep 1 blocker up as well to survive, right? So I didn't choose to swing. Alright, which is good for us. He restands all of his stuff. So he has the 9k swing. He has at least 3 7s, I believe. So he swings 7 with the Queen. Interesting I choose to swing with that first, but I do counter out with a Bonnie and a Brook. Okay, so we got 2 lies, 3 blockers. Well, 2 hits to get through. So he needs something like, you know what he could use to win right now? Because he has 6 Don, right? I think the Rush Luffy, or even Rush Queen, could potentially just win him this game, which would be absolutely insane, right? If he just drops a Rush Queen out of nowhere. And it looks like he just surrenders there. He realizes that he can't get through, and he did have the 2k. He had the 2k, so if I YOLO'd it, it would have been a loss for us. Like, it would have been crazy if we did do that, But nonetheless, he had it poorly though. So if he went poorly, he could have potentially won that because my last life was Zoro. So if he went poorly, killed the chopper, takes out a blocker, and then just starts swinging higher numbers, like, it would have been in his favor, and he could potentially won that way as well. But nonetheless, guys, that was a very, very fun game. Honestly, it was very down to the wire as well, which I do really like when it comes to some One Piece games. Like, down to the wire games are always really, really good. So I hope you did enjoy this game. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more One Piece content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out. Later.